This is not a game. This is a real and immediate threat to society and to the people we love.
I'm just so scared in case they just put him to sleep and that's it.
If anyone is thinking of taking any chances, just take a look at me. I'm in the intensive care unit. I can't breathe without this.
Please stop going outside.
Did I expect this to be happening to me? No, I didn't.
Don't give this to somebody else.
It's really, really horrible. It's horrible for us, but it's obviously more horrible for the patients and for their families. Unimaginable sadness, and I speak for myself and my colleagues in other London hospitals. Patients are dying who have... It's really, really, really terrible. I know that we could have been more prepared in London, and I feel people could be more prepared elsewhere in the country. The challenge for me is to, when multiple people are dying in a day, for them not to be a number, to have a conversation with relatives, with patients about their death, the death of somebody in their family, that is meaningful and that makes it as good as it can be. And that is hard when you're doing it multiple times a day. But I don't think we have all the equipment we need now. And I think there is, among my colleagues here and in other hospitals, sort of sickening panic about what is to come.
If at first we thought this was a virus that would only endanger the weak, the message is at last getting through. Now in recovery, she described today watching staff get more stretched.
They are on the front line risking their lives for people like me and for others that are getting sick, working really long hours, sweating, you know, the masks that they have to wear, they need to keep their hair covered, their arms covered, every part of them covered. You know, it's not easy.
But this is still the calm before the storm.
Make no bones about it. Within just a few days, every hospital in the country will be as busy. This is not a game. This is a real and immediate threat to society and to the people we love. It's already affecting your lives, then it's going to hit you longer and harder.
Pressure is on to get home.
My first symptoms had started on my way to the airport. And, you know, at that point, are you really gonna, you know, turn around?
This student fell ill in Spain. She admits she hid her symptoms when she boarded a flight home to Toronto.
One woman coughed for 9 hours. Basically, it was a 9-hour flight. She coughed the entire time.
You have a fever and cough. If so, you'll be denied boarding. Do you have fever or difficulty breathing? Have you been refused boarding in the past 14 days? If yes, you're denied boarding. All of it's voluntary, requiring honesty from travelers.
Please stop going outside. Don't give this to somebody else.
Yesterday was by far the most frightening day of my life. Seeing him be so scared, there's been times where I feel like he looks like he could give in to it.
82-year-old Ruth Burke from Belfast died from the disease this week. Her daughter begged everyone to listen to the government.
To those of you who are out there who are being so selfish and gathering in crowds, rise up. How selfish can you be?
We at Northwick Park have been hit pretty badly by the coronavirus outbreak. It reads, we expect to be in a terrible position within weeks with desperately needed staff across the hospital. If you'd like to help us at NWP, then please let me know what you're able to offer. The NEC Conference Centre in Birmingham is also being considered as a makeshift hospital. This is a national emergency that the government says requires a national effort. Floor to ceiling, box after box is full of personal protection equipment for medical use. But why on earth is it still in here?
Can you guarantee they won't get ill or indeed die because of a lack of personal protection equipment?
I will ensure that I do everything in my power to get people the equipment that they need.
The problem is distribution is patchy and some health trusts say they are just days away from running out. Some doctors have taken to social media to plead for help.
If we are not looked after in a couple of weeks' time, in a couple of months' time, we're not going to be there because we're going to be needing to be looked after ourselves.
The nerve centre of London Ambulance Service, daily calls here are up by 1/3.
One of the things we're now going to do is ask if there are any former London Ambulance Service employees, particularly call handlers, who are able to come back and help us out in control centres like this one.
Please stop going outside. Don't give this to somebody else.
The instruction was to travel only if absolutely necessary. Another health worker posted this picture with a plea to Boris Johnson to start policing the tube. Police tonight confirmed that 500 officers were on trains to remind passengers only essential workers should be travelling. This was police officers trying to clear a group sunbathing on Shepherd's Bush Green in London. Open-air gyms are meant to be closed, but I found this one in North London where people were exercising closely together. Do you think you should be playing your part?
I am playing my part. I'm keeping myself safe. That's all I can do.
What about wider responsibility to the community?
Well, I'm not ill.
New legislation coming on Thursday will allow them to impose fines.
We do not want to use those powers. What we do want is we want the public to adhere to the warnings and adhere to the conditions that have been imposed now by the government. Understand this is not the police that have done it, but it is the right measure to take.
The task now to make sure everyone sticks to the new rules.